child, close your eyes. You're like an angel in the moonlight. While you're dreaming, a new day waits for you. Let this lullaby carry you through. It's bedtime, let my army of demons rock you to sleep. It's bedtime, fucking bedtime. Have sweet dreams for a refugee.
So you're still awake for some reason. Was it the guitar solo? Was it the demons? Yeah, people have told us that before.
Little child, just relax now. Let Ryan play some gentle sax now. I'll use this jackhammer right outside your door. Vibrations will help you sleep for sure. It's bedtime, let the laughter of Satan close his sleepy eyes. Bedtime, fucking bedtime. Lightning just tearing across the sky. It's bedtime.
Haha, haha, ho ho, hee hee, that should work. Boom. Where was I? Alright. That should work.
Do you ever think about how ghosts can't be stopped by anything? Would you like to see a slideshow about where heat comes from? Apparently lots of venomous snakes can open doors. Who knew?
I think I messed that one up. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed by 1. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And there's where the 1 was. Damn. So this is an exercise in card stacking. Well, we're not doing that one first thing out of the box. That one's gonna be tough too. Fuck it, we ride.
Yo, Ninja Brian, you see that high schooler over there getting pushed around? This looks like a job for Cool Patrol.
Hey kid, getting picked on at school, the other boys.
They say you just ain't cool, well that's bullshit. We're gonna teach you the rules, those motherfuckers.
Alright, give me a second, I'll show you what I was trying to show you last night. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. Alright, so this is a system I came up with for what's called hot stacking. Hot stacking is where you look at what cards hit the table before you deal and you go from there. So for the sake of demonstration, we're just going to use aces and kings. Alright, how many players? You can tell me how many players will go from there.
You get all that, kid? That wasn't actually very helpful. That was just like an instructional dance. Hell yeah. Motherfucking bullies better watch their ass. You're sending all them shits a message. There's a new king in class. When they see you, they're gonna freak out and piss their pants. They are your bitches.
Alright. And then player to the dealer's right gets to cut. Alright. So if we have seat 2, seat 3, and seat 4, where's the sucker sitting? No more shuffles, no more cuts. You can tell me where the sucker's sitting. Kings should be at 3. Neither of these hands play. We'll leave mine. How many kings do you want on the flop? You can have 0, 1, or 2.
Excuse me. Hey, I have an idea. Let's kick it.
2.
You put your hands in the air and grab a bird from the sky and eat it whole so that you may absorb its power of flight. Now you can also dive from fish because your vision's enhanced.
If you're curious, I'll do it with the cards face up. Alright, so your hand goes on top of theirs, just based on whatever cards hit the table before you deal. First thing you gotta do is cut those cards to the bottom. Alright, so the first thing you do is run 2 cards under 3. So you see there I shuffled 2 random cards under 3.
Oh God.
And I've still got my stock here at the bottom.
You might actually.
So then you said 4. So there's actually algebra involved. You have to calculate x. X is total seats, in this case 4, minus number of seats you're cheating, which is 2, my seat and theirs. So x goes under 2 cards and 1 card in the other side. So there's 2, and there's 2. And then my stock on the bottom. Okay, so where's the sucker sitting? Pick 3 or 4 for the sake of demonstration. 2 is way too easy. Oh, and after that you just do fake shuffles. So this shuffle is completely fake, doesn't change the order of the deck. Four. Okay. So every seat up to your sucker seat gets what is called second dealt. I'm not dealing the top card, I'm dealing the second card. Right, here, I'll prove it to you in a second. So then they actually get dealt that card. So you see I've got the king on top, so that's called a bottom deal. I'm dealing that ace off the bottom to me. And then the same thing for round 2. Whoa. So these hands we don't care about. Right. So the beauty about this system I came up with is, let's say everybody folds. I can just... Oh, thank you. I actually do a harder version called a push-off second, which looks like this. So a push-off second is you're pushing off 2 cards by feel. You see there's a face-down card on the bottom of that, and then just getting the one underneath. That one takes a lot of practice. But okay, so say everybody folds. I can just let this run out. I never have to deal another king or ace. I can just let it be pocket pair over pocket pair. But in this case, tell me how many kings you want on the flop. One. So for 1, I'm going to second deal the burn card. Whoop. Second deal the burn card. Bottom deal the ace. So that if I want to bring out that king, I can second deal that. I can make that look smoother. There we go. Yes. But because I've got them in different places that are easily accessible, I can let you choose your seat. I can determine, like, I can even have a confederate and deal them the aces. Okay, fake shuffle. Do I have an ordered deck here? Oh snap, okay. You sit over there for a second. Alright. New deck order. So, here's one fake shuffle. Here's my general go-to fake shuffle. Oh, I might have goofed it there. Hold on. Did we? Oh, nope, we didn't. Alright, so we can do a little smoother though. Here's another one I use sometimes. Oh, just kidding. This deck has been well used, so it's a little sticky. No change there. And then the last one I ever use is what's called a Zero Shuffle. It goes in. So for the one that you liked that you said looked really real, no, they get shuffled. And for that one, I'm doing a few things. So I'm laying a bed of cards down in this hand, finishing the shuffle, and making sure this packet here kind of goes inside the one on the right. And then I'm moving it forward. If I don't do that, you'll see, like a keen eye will see that little extra bed of cards over here. So if you move this one forward, that's called shadowing, and it hides it. And then once I get about here, I'm angling the cards a little bit, so I can pull the top half through, and then this is what is called a brief. And so from there, I'm stripping that out, and you can just do it as a cut. But I do in Vegas, you'll see one of two things. Casino standard shuffling is riffle. Yes, you're pulling them through. Riffle, and then you either do a strip cut, which looks like this, where you're just pulling cards off the top, and that was a real cut. Or you're doing a box cut, which looks like this, where you're pulling cards off the top. Just depends on where you are. So I tend to like to resolve mine with, this is called an up the ladder cut. It's meant to resemble a strip cut. And I can also do a fake box cut. So with the card face down, let's see if I can pull this one off. So you have a blank card, and only one blank card. Spectator calls stop wherever they want. Let's say they call stop there, memorize that card, in this case the Queen of Diamonds. All that goes on top of the deck. There's the blank card. It's always garbage when I'm doing it for a girl. You want to see some shit I came up with? Heart boner, got a heart boner. Ooh, who do you watch on YouTube? Okay. Alright. Time travel trick. Name any card you like. Oh, Oscar Owen. He's so gloriously over the top, Jack of Spades. If you're not easily offended, which I get the impression you're not, check out Pig Cake sometime. In fact, I'll even send you some of his videos. Alright, so because this trick has to do with time travel, we need a point in time to which we can come back. And that is right here. I want you to take a picture in your mind of this moment. There's your Jack of Spades. Now what I'm about to do may seem a little odd, and then I'm going to shuffle face-up cards into face-down cards. If this makes you anxious, I can only promise it makes me way more anxious than it makes you. And that'll leave us with cards at various positions throughout the entire deck, even back-to-back at one point. Now, here's where the time travel comes in. Just like that. With that, we've gone back in time to this moment with the Jack of Spades. Let's try something else. Oh, I think I did this one for you last night. So I always get into this one here. We take the Jack of Spades, and then have the spectator find it. That's also one of mine. So we're looking for the Jack of Spades. Okay, so I can do the hardest one I ever came up with. Alright, so let's see if we can find a way to do this with Twitch delay. Okay, so for this one, I let the spectator shuffle. So even though I'm doing the shuffling, I promise these are real. Oh no! Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna do one I've been working on for a bit. Trust. All right, name any card you want. Queen of Clubs. All right, there's the Queen of Clubs right there. The Queen of Clubs gets turned face down, so the next time you see it, you're gonna know it. Right? All right, so 52 cards in the deck. What position in the deck would you like that queen controlled to? 1 through 52. Okay. So at that point, I give the deck to the spectator and let them deal down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a new exercise I'm doing, and there's no magic to it, it's just literally controlling the card. Okay, most difficult thing I've ever come up with. To reiterate, real shuffles. Alright, so from the deck, the spectator shuffled. I am going to make a prediction about something. Feel good about that one or that one. One of these two. What's your favorite food? Sushi? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, we'll go with that one. Okay, my favorite food is sushi. My girlfriend and I, like, our dinner date every week is our favorite sushi place. I feel like you're a spy. Alright, there's my prediction card. I'll put a poker chip on top of that so I can't fuck with it. Alright, so when I see you type the word go in the chat because there's a delay, I'm gonna start running my thumb down the side of the deck like this. And then whenever I see the word stop, I'm gonna stop and we're gonna use that card, okay? So whenever I see the word go, we're gonna go. Have you ever eaten at Sushi Mito? Alright, so you got the King of Diamonds. I would not ordinarily know this. So I'm gonna wait for... That's our go-to date spot. This is creepy. Alright. So they have a card. I do not know this card normally. When I see the word go, I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and whenever you call stop, that's where the card is going to get put into the deck.
Set a sexy course for the sexiest year.
That's fine. Alright. I say at this point I can actually know what card you looked at. Alright, you looked at the King of Diamonds. Now would you admit that I ran my thumb pretty slow both times? It could have been anywhere. Hopefully you would. And bear in mind the spectators shuffle the deck. So I'm going to do this as cleanly and fairly as I can. Hopefully you agree that's pretty clean and fair. So from a deck that you shuffled, not only did you call stop on the King of Diamonds, you managed to put it next to the King of Clubs. Also next to the King of Hearts. And that prediction card I took out from earlier, that is the King of Spades. So that's actually not mine, that's from a guy named Alex Pandrea. But I showed you that so I can show you this one that is mine. So the kings that you found, they're going to act as kind of like my lovely spectators for this next part of the trick. Before they can do that, you have to touch a card. Let's say the spectator touches this card, I say look at that, memorize it. As long as everybody doesn't forget at the end of the trick, won't be totally bad. And then I ask one more favor of the spectator, and that is if you would, keep an eye on my deck of cards. We'll put a poker chip and another deck of cards on top of there to make sure nobody fucks with them. I just don't like people messing with my things. Oh yeah, I got a sub. Aww. I got a sub off a dating site. That sounds way more adult than it should. Alright, so the kings that you found, these are going to act as kind of like my detective cards for this next part of the trick. Oh, that's absolutely my pleasure. It's a good thing my girlfriend is my manager, because if she wasn't, I'd never make a penny. I love doing this shit. I do it for free. Anyway, so the kings are going to act as kind of like my detectives. They're going to give me little hints about the nature of your card. For instance, this king here on top, this king tells me that you looked at a red card. Is that right? Don't tell me, but I think you looked at a red card. This second king here, he tells me that you looked at a heart, I think. This third king here, he tells me you looked at an odd number, and this last king tells me that you looked at a 9. So based on all this information, you're going to go out on a limb and say you looked at the 9 of hearts. Sound about right? But look, now that I know you looked at the 9 of hearts, I know the identity of your card, I don't need the kings over here ratting you out. And you can see there's nothing but kings over here. So let's try one more thing. I'm going to number these cards. I'm going to number them 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whichever number you pick will become your card. Which number would you like? I need something to drink. 2, watch. Let's try one more thing. Let's take this 9, put it face down amongst the kings. Now why would I do that? I did that to alter this little packet of reality here. Oh no, my internet, come on. I'll chill until the internet's ready. I missed it. Oh. I turned them face up, snapped, and showed that it was the second card. Alright. So 9, face down there, to alter this little packet of reality. Aw. Did you just miss the number 2, the second card? Okay, we can live with that. Alright, so altering this reality in hopes of altering another reality. So we're missing the King of Hearts, which started out over here, and your card started out in the deck. But now your card's over here. You don't think that... No, that would be impossible. And I let the spectator spread these. And then if you want to be insufferable and take it one step further, you can show the kings here. Let's see. I kind of forget how this works. And your card, the 9, that goes to the table. Leaves us with the kings over here. I think that's right. Oh, actually, that's actually not right. It's actually the kings that are on the table and then your card over here. That's how that works. So that's my favorite thing I've ever come up with. It's kind of like a gimmickless version of a trick similar to something called Everywhere and Nowhere. There you go, this is my job, yay! Look at how interesting the guy you met just yesterday is, woo! Here, name any black card you see. Shut the fucking lasers, where my fucking lasers are. Maybe, I'm actually kind of, 5 of spades. I'm actually pretty shy and introverted, but I like performing. Weirdly. Alright, so 5 of spades in the middle, and then we got the 3 of diamonds there on the face. Yeah. I actually didn't start singing until I was 21, but I fell in love with that. Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of weird skills. Oh, what is wrong with me?
Take care of this
There we
world
go.
for me, my darling. I will always love you. What is your name, by the way? Kristen? Ah, a beautiful name.
Shit. It may very well be me.
Until that glorious day we meet again,
Actually,
baby.
Streamlabs is not showing anything. But Spectrum is garbage. And for whatever reason, everybody in our neighborhood voted to not let Google Fiber in. Darwin was right. Oh god, worst color change in the entire world. Wait, which one are you what the fucking about? The one where I just like flashed the hand and did it? That one? Wait, you didn't what the fuck at the rel change earlier, and that one's insane. Oh, not allowing Google Fiber, right? Yeah. It's clear I was the only gamer in the neighborhood at that point. Let's see. Do you want to see more? I always worry, like, because I love doing this. I would do this forever, but I don't want to bore people. All right. Let's see. We can do inversible deck. Alright. Need the 2 jokers for inversible deck. Ooh, actually, let me show you another. So, I have a regular gig at Missy B's, and the hiring person there used to be a magician and like won Best Magician in Kansas City a couple times. So I came up with this thing, and I debuted it there, and I brought them on stage. And I fooled them with it. I was so proud. 1 sec.
Ninja Brian, I invited a large number of girls over here for an orgy tonight. But I have to say the responses thus far haven't been exactly what I hoped for.
Stacy had a headache, Jenny was in jail. Brenda had to work like Kate was getting Jenny's bail. Angela.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Ashley caught a cold. Sally's dad
Exploded. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just open this.
Exploded too, that might have been a lie.
Oh wait.
Ballet. I'm by myself, but I can have fun anyway. So dim the lights. Remove my tights. Oh.
Listen to what? Are you serious? Oh my god. So okay, so not only are they amazing, Brian Vecht, who is Ninja Brian, and you can Wikipedia this shit. He was a theoretical astrophysics teacher at Harvard. He published papers that let us do calculations we previously couldn't do. He was a genius physicist. Yeah, he's literally a rocket scientist. And left it to do Ninja Sex Party. And he was doing an AMA on Reddit once, and someone asked him, like, how did this come to pass? Did Danny just email you and say, hey, I want to leave your prestigious career you've worked your life for to write songs about my dick? And Brian wrote back, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Alright. Give these a few shuffles. Ah! What? Are you a real human even? I feel like someone's pranking me. I feel like Ashton's on this shit. Alright. So I'm going to peek a card. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Got it? Now you're going to be the one to find this card, so I'm going to make it just a little more difficult on you. Alright. So when I do this live, what I say is I'm going to hand you the deck, and I want you to start dealing cards down into a pile. And whenever you feel you've hit my card, I just want you to stop. Alright? Go ahead. So, how many cards would you like me to deal down on your behalf? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right there. Now, I looked at the Two of Hearts. How cool would it be if you dealt down to the Two of Hearts? Not only did you deal down to the Two of Hearts, you know I had to have looked at the Two of Hearts because it's the only card I could have looked at. Every other card in the deck is blank. Now, if you don't mind, I'll take back my Two of Hearts. If you have a deck with only one painted card, you kind of hang on to it. Unless... Now that card is blank, and every other card is printed. And we get on with the show. And everything is examinable at this point. Back down. You can stand me up at the gates. Alright. King of Hearts. Into the middle, more or less into the middle. Watch. Nothing in my hands. Do you want to know how? Are you the type? I'm the type that'll lose sleep if I don't know. Alright. So, this little K up here in the corner, this is called a pip. And so when cards are fanned, they're fanned from left to right to show the pips. However, if you look over here, there's a tiny sliver of nothing but white. And so if you can do a card-for-card fan in the opposite direction, they appear blank. You're just hiding the ink. And so then if you take one blank card and put it there, it looks like the whole deck is blank. So then we've got that card out there. So what I do next is I take and I milk shuffle that to the top, and then I do a top change. Oh. Yeah, the fan this way is generally called a thumb fan, because the way it's supposed to work, you're supposed to take this thumb, come up to this corner, and fan like that. Now, I suck at doing it with my thumb. I actually learned it the wrong way. I do it with my index finger, which I think looks prettier anyway. But when I came time to learn the reverse fan, you can't do it with your index finger, so I had to kind of relearn everything to do it with my thumb. Let's see what else we got on here. I'll show you my go-to trick. So my go-to trick, I let a spectator take any card. Let's say they take the Queen of Hearts or Queen of Diamonds. It's free choice. I say, put the Queen of Diamonds back in the middle and turn your hand palm up if you would. And then I have them hold their other hand above it, and we'll use a poker chip to represent their other hand. I say the reason you're in this position is you're going to guard the top card from me. In this particular case, you get the Eight of Clubs. Eight of Clubs goes there, hand down on top of there. Now my job as the magician is to sneak in there and get that and get the 8 out from between your hands. You ready? D8. And their card under the, or is then in their hands. And then I've got another one that is one of my hardcore go-tos. I have really tiny hands. Like most guys I know have a knuckle plus on finger length. Name your sex tape. Dude, if you want to learn sleight of hand, I'm happy to teach you. I actually teach people through my Patreon and in my Discord. But okay. Other go-to. Okay. So I really like gambling demonstrations. Fancy that. How can I forget you, girl? All right. So are you familiar with the game 3-Card Monty? You may be, just not by name. So 3-Card Monty is when they have like 3 cards that are bent, and it's like follow the red card, follow the red card. That's 3-Card Monty. Okay. The stream is doing me so dirty. Name of your other sex tape. So I do the standing version because I hate bending my cards, but the rules are the same. You have 2 what are called dead cards that have to be identical. I just use jokers because you get 2 in every deck. And then you have the money card. This is our red card, in this case the Queen of Diamonds. All you have to do to win the game is follow the Queen of Diamonds. Alright, should be fairly easy. First move's easy. Queen goes to the bottom. Where's the Queen? So you think the bottom, that's actually a joker. So the Queen is either going to be on top or in the middle. It's not on top, that is a joker. So it's probably got to be in the middle, but it's not, it's a joker. That's why you don't play this game. The operator is always in control. Now a good operator wants you to win from the outset, so you start betting lots of money. So let's say you'd called top or middle. I could have shown you the Queen on top, I could have shown you the Queen in the middle. And that's when it goes, before it goes back to being jokers all the way down. So we'll come up with one way where you can't help but win. We're going to take that joker, turn it face up, Queen face up as well. All you got to do to win is tell me what that card is. Joker, that's a 2. So that's 3-Card Monty. My other favorite one to do is 2-Card Monty. Alright. So say to the spectator, I want you to hold your hand out in kind of a pinchy gesture like this, and ask them if they know what card that is. And I say the reason for that is you'd be amazed how few people play with cards. And I can get to the end of the trick and they have no idea what card they looked at. So once I know that they know that's the Ace of Diamonds, let them pinch it in their hand, and then ask if they know what card this is. So we're going to do the slow motion kind of training wheels version of the trick first. Ace of Hearts goes there. Ace of Diamonds comes back to me. Which one do I have? I have the Ace of Diamonds, that's right. So, okay, no more training wheels. Now we get into the fast version of the trick. Here's where I really try to mess with you. Swap, swap, swap. Would you be impressed if I got the Ace of Diamonds to the bottom? They say yes, I tell them to turn their hand over and show that it's the 2 black queens. Brought to me, you're the only one. Let's see, everywhere, nowhere. Spectator finds 4 of a kind. Let's see if I can pull off twisting the aces. All my past accolades. Okay. So the other day when we were messaging, I was literally gonna... Okay, because I don't want to ever put pressure on anybody. But your guy's so, I don't know if I'm better than you. I'm definitely a few trick pony, and that's it. But, so I don't want to put pressure on you, and I don't know how comfortable people are with this, but I used to teach voice, and still do a little bit. So if you ever wanted to go to karaoke, I would happily let you come over to the house, give you a voice lesson, and then go to karaoke. But if you want to get better at singing, I'm happy to help. Alright. Twisting the aces. 4 aces. The goal of twisting the aces is to get the aces to flip over and show their backs like this, but without physically turning them over. Let's get through battles. So we start with every card face up. Not gonna do anything weird, but look. Sure, I'll consider it. No, please, like, I think it was, Plato who talked about there's no such thing as true altruism because you get something out of it. If it don't make you happy, sure. Like, if it's something you want to do for like a period of years, sure, we can talk, money and whatnot, but I don't know. For the coolest person I've ever met on a dating website. Alright, so look. Now we have 1 card face up. Or face down. 3 face up, 1 face down. Not gonna do anything weird. There's 1, there's 2. Now there's 3. So this is the ending for the trick I came up with. You see the last one there? You see it face up? Now every card is face down until I turn this one face up. And now they're all face up. It's hard to say because I'm a total move monkey. Like, I'll sit and practice. So I actually have a weird neurological thing. My brain doesn't produce enough of the neurotransmitter that facilitates the change of focus. So, like, in college, I would just sit at a piano and run scales 8 hours a day. And I didn't get diagnosed until about 3 years ago. So the result is I've got all these weird-ass skills, and I definitely find comfort in repetition. So I know a bunch of moves which translate to a bunch of tricks. It's like, here's an example. I'm going to make up a magic trick on the spot. Spectator calls stop wherever they want. Let's say they call stop there on the 4 of diamonds. I would not know this. Dribble down on top of the 4 of diamonds. And so we take, in this case, the 6 of diamonds. That's not quite the 4, but it was close. We can take it and drop it on top of the deck, and it becomes the 4. So, I mean, I can jam pretty well. As far as tricks I know, I don't know. Tricks I perform constantly, probably about 30, 35. Yeah. So, like, moves are the parts and tricks are the vehicle. Yeah, exactly. So here, let's try something if you have a moment. Like, invent a trick, and by invent a trick I mean describe what it would look like. So, card is randomly selected, signed, torn apart, swallowed, and pulled out of my ass in one piece. Like, just tell me what the trick looks like, and I'll see if I can find a way to do it. If you watched any of my Instagram videos, you may notice this is the song I always use. Well, just do something random. Card is taken out of the deck and turned invisible. Just it doesn't have to be like elaborate. In fact, the less elaborate it is, I can probably show you, like, hey, here's 3 different ways it could be done. take a card, put it back in the deck, pull it from the middle, same card but color swapped, like clubs to hearts. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So we have the 8 of hearts. That goes back into the middle. I did a magic trick once. Nice. And we'll cut out a card here. Whoop. There's the 8 of spades. I did a magic trick once. What was yours? Another way it could be done. Spectator calls stop wherever they want. Right there. In this particular case, they get the 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs into the middle. Let's roll a dice. 3. So we go 1, 2, 3 to get the 8 of hearts. Another one. I like that. Okay, so I like a combination of those two. So spectator calls stop there. They get the 8 of hearts. So I'm looking for either the 8 of clubs or the 8 of spades. Oh, dadgummit. Asked the person to pick a face-down card from multiple in my hand. They got the 3 of spades. Then I shuffled and guessed they had the 3 of spades. How did I do it? Well, I mean, you could have done a card from multiple. I asked this person to pick a face-down card from multiple in my hand. You could have had a prearranged stack in your hand. You could have had a stack of nothing but 3 of spades. Those would be my top 2 guesses. I'm gonna catch this fucking card. There we go. There's the 8 of spades. But there's even multiple ways to do that. Various means of card forces. For instance, the whole deck was 3 of spades. Okay, so another example. Neo, when I see you type the word go, I'm going to start shuffling through the cards. And then whenever you call stop, I'm going to stop, and that's the card we're going to get. All I ask is that you don't take the 8 of spades, okay? Whenever you're ready. Type the word go, and then type the word stop whenever you're feeling it. This is to beat Twitch delay. And give him a shuffle real quick. Go. Towards the end of the deck. Okay, we're gonna have to start over. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay. You do have to type stop at some point. I'm gonna leave those 3 cards out. Let's say you call stop there. Oh, there it is. And you managed to stop on the 8 of spades. You can also do let's see. Don't call stop on the ace of diamonds. Alright, the ace of diamonds, just don't call stop on the ace of diamonds. So whenever you want to just type stop, go ahead. Oh, sorry, I saw the word stop there. I was like, that was from last time. Oh, I saw the face. Or here, don't call stop on the 5 of spades. That's all I ask. No stopping on the 5 of spades. So, I should do this more often, where people just like, hey, here's an idea for a trick. Find a way of doing it. Here, let me see if I can manage to not shuffle and cut to the 5 of spades. So there's the cut. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. Got the 7 of spades. Oh shoot, thing. Oh, hold on. I messed up thing. All right, let's do a. Let's see. Don't find the 5 of hearts. That's the goal. That's the new goal. There's the jack. Here, name a card. Any card you want, Neo. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Here, name any card you want. Well, no, I'm gonna let you be the one who names all the parameters of what I'm doing. This is actually an exercise I've been doing. This isn't even really a trick. Thank you. Okay, so let's say you said the Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs is face down there, so you'll know it next time you see it. So there are 52 cards in the deck. What position from top to bottom would you like that Jack of Clubs controlled to? 1 through 52. It's your call. Oh, Jack of Hearts? Alright. Alright. Jack of Hearts. Oh, let's get the jokers out. Jack of Clubs, find out! Alright. Okay. So let me get so there's the Jack of Hearts, let me get the blank card out of there. I think that's all my... And position 14. Alright, so there's the Jack of Hearts, that goes face down so you know it the next time you see it. And I've actually done this live. Okay, so do you want to stick with 14 or do you want to change your mind? It's up to you. Stick with 14. Okay. Do the math. Spectators push the cards in the shuffle together.
Check out some of our other
And you said 14?
music videos by
So when I do this live, I actually hand the deck to the spectator and let them deal down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14.
King Danny, the realm is under attack.
My God, the day has finally come.
It is time to release the Kraken!
Look in the distance, beyond the castle gates, the armies of the damned have come. On the horizon, they gather beneath the blood-red sun, thousand warriors,
So
demons and orcs,
let's see if we can find your Jack of Hearts again.
but they will never know that death awaits in waves below. In the
Thanks. Well, are you interested in like gambling demos and watching people cheat? Yeah. So there's the Jack of Hearts. It goes on top. I just practice a lot. But thank you, that's flattering. So let's say, with your Jack of Hearts on top, I'm the dealer. Let's say I have to deal to you, but I don't want you to have that Jack of Hearts. I can deal you the second card of the deck and make it look like I'm dealing the Jack. That's called second dealing. Let's see. We can do a bottom dealing, so that Jack is face up on the bottom. We're dealing in a poker game. Let's say five-handed. That's a bottom deal. I'll see if I can do a center deal. So the Jack goes face up into the middle of the deck, about as plainly and clearly as I can. Let's just do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, thanks, man. Do you have interest in people cheating? Because I'll actually demo a cheating system I came up with. Or do you like color changes? So yours. So there's your Jack of Hearts. Now the Queen of Clubs.
Well, you did nothing. The war is lost. Thanks, Kraken. You're
Okay.
welcome.
So Cheaty McFace. That's where the real money is. So, let's say we're Arxis legit, or do they employ methods in order to give the house an edge? Well, the house has an edge just because the math works out that way, but do they cheat to get the edge? No. In fact, that's why you go play at a casino, so you don't wind up at a table with someone like me. So in that sense, yes, they're legit. All right, so let's imagine we're playing Texas Hold'em. You can tell me how many players are in the game. It's up to you. Let's stick with 2, 3, 4, or 5, just because my space here is fairly limited. I love you! 3 players, alright. So here's C2 and here's C3. Some shuffles, and then in home games, the player to the dealer's right cuts towards the dealer completes the cut. Alright, so where is my sucker sitting? There'll be no more shuffles, no more cuts. Is the sucker at seat 2 or seat 3?
You know, we could go a little more traditional, go for a walk, watch a movie. Actually, there's a really nice flower exhibit at the Botanical Gardens. Ninja Brian was just telling me about that last week. He loved it. Wait, you know what? Fuck it!
Let's kill some guy tonight. We're holding hands and laughing while we shank 'em in the starlight. Let's take a motherfucking life tonight.
C3, C1, C2, C3, C1. So kings should be here. Don't give a shit what he has. Let's say he plays 5-7 of clubs, and we'll leave my hand as a mystery. How many kings do you want on the flop? You can have 0, 1, or 2. It's up to you. 2 kings. Let's have 4 of a kind. Works for me. There's your 2 kings. Ooh, and they even pick up 2 pairs, so they're probably going to stay in the game. So let's see what we come up with over here. Ooh, an ace. And an ace. God, that'd just suck if I had pocket aces. So that is my little thing. And so if you're interested, I'll conclude stream. I'll do it face up so you can see what's going on. So this is what's called hot stacking. Hot stacking is when you look at what cards hit the table before you deal and you cheat using those cards. So in this case, let's say amazingly I saw 4 kings and 4 aces hit the table. My hand goes on top, your hand goes on the bottom. So the first thing you do is cut your cards to the bottom. So you see there, I've got the 4 aces on the bottom, I've got the 4 kings on top. Next thing, you always run 2 cards under 3. So there I've got my stock of aces, I've got 3 cards, or 3 kings, 2 cards, then the king. Alright, how many players do you want this time? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. Well, thanks. How many players this time? 2, 3, 4, 5. Aw, 2 players. All right. So 2 players is actually super easy. I'm gonna do 3 just for the sake of demonstration. So you have to calculate X at this point. X is total players, 3 in this case, minus the number of seats you're cheating, which is 2. So X is 1. So then X gets run under 2 cards, and then under 1 card. So there we have 1 card, and then our 2, and then our stock of aces on the bottom. And from here, if you want, you can just do a bunch of fake cuts, fake shuffles. So that shuffle is fake, doesn't do anything. That's bad. So you can see there, I still got my stock, still got that on top. All right, so then you have to beat the player cut, which there's a million ways to beat a player cut. In this case, I use what is called a Miller table pass, which looks like that. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's say you picked seat 3. You second deal every seat up to your sucker seat, and then you bottom deal yourself. So what that's going to leave me with is 2 kings at my sucker seat, 2 aces for me, don't give a shit what he has. Oh, 5-7 again. And then you've got 2 of your cards on the bottom, which I'm going to turn over, and then a king, 2 cards, and another king. So how many kings do you want on the flop? It's up to you. And that's the beauty of this system. If I want to, I could just let it ride out and not deal another king or ace. And, you know, it's just set over set. That happens all the time. Or set over set, pocket pair over pocket pair. Oh no, did I mess up my stack? I think I did, no. Oh, I didn't, okay, good. Alright, so let's say you wanted 1 king. For 1 king, we second deal the burn card. There's 1 off the bottom, there's the king. So we got 1 king, 1 ace. If I want to give you your other king, I just second deal the burn card. Bring that out. And then for the last one, if I want, stud bottom off the bottom. There you go. And for easy cleanup, let's see if I can do a laser deal. Hold on 2 seconds. Well, where are you in the world? The Magic Man. In the UK? Hey, so this period, which is 11 a.m. to noon my time, I stream that most days. So you just pop in anytime you want, and I'll show you magic. For real. Anyway, you have yourself a good night. I'll hopefully catch you another time, Neo. Take care, my dude. Toss me a follow, I think is that. I'm not good with Twitch, but yeah, toss me a follow. Just swing by.